Alrighty, first question. What concerns you about the future of this country? What improvements would you like to see done?
I think I'm most concerned internationally. I think I see like the destabilization of the Middle East as a problem. I see like Russia taking action against like Ukraine, and I think being kind of an expansionist power. I see that as a problem. And I am hopeful for Donald Trump, but I'm afraid of his ability to manage that foreign policy. I think that could cause something to implode. That's probably my biggest concern. I think right now things are going really good. Like the economy's freaking jamming. Yeah, I mean, I think it's the best time now that it's ever has been. My main concern would be foreign policy.
What concerns you for the future of your generation? What concerns millennials like you, yourself, in the future?
What concerns me is I feel like a lot of schools doesn't promote creativity, and I think creativity is such an important quality to have as an adult. So I really hope education changes and promotes it.
So I think maybe offer more jobs to international students. It's better for the generation like me and have a better future in America. Because my roommate, she is a Chinese student too, and once time she get an offer from GE, but they said they can give an offer to international students. So I think maybe offer more job offers to international students. It will be helpful.
I think what concerns me, with new president, is with him specifically his lack of experience and how international situations will be handled. I'd like to see. I'm not sure.
It's all right. You're doing way good.
I'm sorry?
You're doing way good.
Oh, thank you. Probably know just how things will be handled with someone with a lack of experience in politics. So that would probably be what concerns me.
I feel like you have to start with the environment.
I mean, really?
Like, it's kind of all going a bit wrong at the moment.
Just a little bit.
So, yeah, and there's not a lot being done about it. Like, there's a lot of technology that we could employ that would fix a lot of the environmental issues, but it's just being completely overlooked.
There's not as much being done as should be done.
Especially because it's sort of the entire thing that keeps us
alive.
Yeah. Also, the job market, I guess. Not as much, because, ever-changing world, but, we're both going into, fields where sort of needed people, but the population is...
It's a pretty broad market,
yeah.
At least for where we're headed.
What else? Everything, really. Just all of it. International relations are kind of all awful at the moment.
Yeah, president's not the best.
Nope. We've got Korea and
Russia.
Brexit.
Yeah, that was
No, we don't talk about Brexit. It's fine.
We don't talk about that, no.
Now, do you think, I know we just had a terror attack, unfortunately, in Columbus at OSU. Do you think, does terrorist attacks, the latest jumpings and terrorist attacks on Obama, do you think does that concern you at all?
Yeah, it does. I think the way I took a class called extremism, where we looked at we basically compared we looked at the political extremism, religious extremism. We compared it from United States and Islamism in the Middle East, and the United States with the evangelicalism. And I think the issue with Islam is mostly that the region is very politically unstable right now. So there's some people that are growing up to unstable governments and war and poisonous gas, especially Syria and the Arab Spring. All those countries in there, I think, are experiencing mass amounts of political instability. And I think that when you have political instability, it creates a vacuum, and people tend to gravitate towards religion as a source for hope. And I think that's causing this rise in this fundamentalist Islam. And I think that is a problem. And I think there really is a war against the West right now. I think in Islam, I feel like it's Muhammad was the third and the most perfect prophet. It came there was Abraham with the Jews, and then Jesus with the Christians, and Muhammad is the supposed to be the next final prophet according to Islam. And I think a lot of the Muslim world, I think they look at the Western world and I think they think of themselves as the best, and I think there really is a war between the Islamic world and the West. And did I answer the question? Sorry, I kind of got off track there a little bit.
What changes would you like to see done in the future to make America better for your generation?
Like I said, I want to see schools promote more creativity. I also, honestly, that's one big thing to me. It's just on the spot,
Oh, I agree. And do you think since we elect Donald Trump, do you think the future looks better for your generation now?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I could see it going both ways. I don't support Donald Trump, but I can't judge him before he does what he does.
Now, do you think, since we got an outsider, do you think, isn't that better news have an outsider than an insider that's on the same thing that really hasn't helped the nation?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you think it's better to have an outsider coming in and try to help fix things?
I think potentially it could be to get a different perspective than the typical politicians, particularly than the Clintons who've been in politics for years, and maybe a new, fresh perspective could do the nation good.
I'd start with healthcare. I know, I feel like you're gonna fight me on this, but I'm all for universal healthcare, so I'd start with that. And the environment, also, we talked about that. Just making everything a little bit green. I saw these roads. I saw this thing. It was you can input roads that are solar powered.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, that would be really cool as well. Sort of get the Wall-E aesthetic going on.
But also generating electricity and power and
True.
helping a lot of people out.
Yeah. Efficient
everything
and
cheaper.
cool looking.
True.
What do you think is the best way to unite the country to make a better country for the millennial generation, your generation?
For the millennial generation, jobs. I think for me, right now in my life, I'm a senior, so I'm trying to get out and graduate. I'm definitely feeling a lot of uncertainty about my career, and I'm studying engineering, so I'm hoping that'll get me somewhere. But I think the economy's still strong, which is good. But I think if you get a job and get your life going, you can create an income where you can sustain yourself and start thinking about a family and other things. I think that would be the best thing for millennials, for sure.
Do you think the future for millennials looks pretty positive?
As long as millennials can stay communicative and focus elsewhere than technology, I think that it could be positive. But I think technology is a big problem for our generation, and a lack of communication skills for that reason. So we'll see.
All right, now, I'll ask you guys this question. Now, since we have a new president and an outsider, do you think the changes you guys like to see done, do you think those might get done? Do you hopes and dreams you guys want to get done?
No, not in the slightest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not happening. No. Nope.
That's a bit of an interesting
What was
topic.
the first thing he does is appoint an EPA director who doesn't believe in climate change.
I think that's a really backwards.
That's a really bad idea. And it's not like you can't believe in it.
Because it's
a
happening.
real thing.
It's actually happening, and
It's real.
I mean, we just faced it. I mean, look, we said beginning of last month it was 80 degrees, so we just faced it. It's finally gotten colder. It's behaving more like it used to, but who knows how long this is going to last, or it could go back up to 60, 70 degrees again.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, this is also Ohio.
Yep. Well, and with the healthcare thing, that's not happening. No. The
Healthcare
environment-
has nothing to do with weather.
No. I was just thinking, changes that we were talking about. Healthcare's not happening. Environment's not happening. International relations, that's just...
Might get worse.
All right, guys. I thank you guys very much.
Yeah.